You act completely normal around her. You laugh at the right moments. You keep the conversation smooth and easy. You do everything perfectly, so she never suspects a thing. And she does the exact same thing back. Two people, both feeling something massive, both pretending they're not, both secretly praying, the other one will finally cave and say it first. If that hit a little too close to home, this video is about to feel like someone's been reading your private thoughts, because today I'm breaking down 3 sweet signs that you're both already in love, but hiding it from each other. And the third one, that's the one that's going to flip everything upside down and make it all suddenly click. Before we jump into the signs, let me say something most people don't talk about. Hiding love isn't weakness. It's not dishonesty. It's what happens when feelings get so real, so deep, so much bigger than you ever expected, that showing them feels like the scariest thing in the entire world, because showing them means risking them. And when something matters this much, the risk feels absolutely enormous. You're both carrying that weight right now. Both of you are doing the exact same thing for the exact same reason. And the genuinely beautiful part, you're both protecting each other from the very feelings you're both already drowning in. Sign 1. You keep finding reasons to stay close, but never quite close enough. Pay attention to this one, because it's happening constantly and it's nearly invisible unless you know exactly what you're looking for. When two people are hiding love, they fall into this very specific pattern. They don't pull away completely, but they don't fully close the distance either. They live in that middle ground, close enough to feel the pull, far enough to keep up the act that the pull doesn't exist. She finds an excuse to sit near you, not right next to you, near you. He finds a reason to stretch the conversation just a few minutes longer than it needed to go. She replies to things she could have easily ignored. He brings up random topics he knows will keep you talking. None of this is planned. It's pure instinct. It's two people whose hearts have already decided something that their mouths haven't caught up to yet. And the body follows the heart long before the brain gives permission. The most obvious version of this sign shows up right when the interaction is about to end. Watch what happens in those last few moments before goodbye. Does she suddenly remember one more thing to tell you? Does he linger just a beat longer than the situation calls for? Does the goodbye feel heavier than it should for two people who are just friends? That reluctance to leave, that hesitation. That's love begging for just a few more seconds. And if you're honest with yourself, you know you do the exact same thing. You've had moments where you invented a reason to stay close, where you asked a question you already knew the answer to just to keep her talking, where saying goodbye felt way too heavy for what you're supposed to be. That's not friendship behavior, that's love behavior. From both of you. Sign 2. You notice every single detail about each other and pretend you noticed nothing. This is hands down the sweetest sign on this list, and it's the most consistent across every hidden love situation I've ever seen. When someone is in love with you and hiding it, they pay attention to you on a level that goes way beyond normal connection. She notices what you're wearing today, but never comments on it. He remembers something you mentioned 3 weeks ago and brings it up casually like it just popped into his head. She clocks the exact second your energy shifts and adjusts her whole vibe accordingly before you've even said a word about how you're feeling. She sees you completely fully, in that quiet, devoted way that only happens when someone has been paying close attention for a long time. And then she pretends she didn't, because acknowledging what she noticed would reveal how much she's been paying attention, and admitting how much she's been paying attention would reveal exactly why. So instead of saying, "I can tell you're exhausted today," in a way that might give too much away, she does something quieter. She brings you coffee without being asked. She steers the conversation towards something lighter when she senses you need it. She shows up for you in small, careful, almost invisible ways that you definitely feel but can't quite put your finger on. And here's what makes this sign so unmistakably mutual. If you're also hiding feelings for her, you already know exactly what I just described, because you do it too. You notice her little victories before anyone else in the room. You remember the specific things that make her laugh, that smile. You track her mood like you track the weather. Not consciously, not on purpose, just because she matters enough that your attention naturally goes straight to her first. Two people who notice everything about each other and say absolutely nothing about it. That is love being very carefully, very quietly held. Sign 3. The silence between you feels like its own conversation. This is the sign that says everything words can't. Most people think of silence as the absence of communication. But between two people hiding love, silence is actually the most honest thing they have. There are moments, sitting near each other without speaking, driving somewhere without needing to fill every second with noise, being in the same room doing completely different things, where the quiet between you isn't empty. It's full. It carries something neither of you have said out loud, and both of you can feel it. It's a very specific kind of comfortable, not the comfortable of two people who have nothing to say. The comfortable of two people who have so much to say that even the silence feels like saying it. Like that unspoken thing has become so present between you that it doesn't even need words anymore. It's just there hanging in the air, in the way you're aware of each other without even looking. Psychology research consistently shows that comfortable silence is one of the strongest signs of real emotional intimacy. Not the intimacy of long relationships where silence has just become habit, the intimacy of two people whose connection runs so deep that being together doesn't require constant performance. When you're comfortable in the silence with someone, when the quiet feels like peace rather than awkwardness, your nervous system has already recognized something your mouth hasn't named yet. It's registered her as safe, as significant, as someone whose presence alone is more than enough. And if she's experiencing that same comfortable quiet from her side, if she's also settling into the silence instead of scrambling to fill it, then that silence is the most honest thing either of you has ever shared. It's both of you in the quietest possible way, saying the thing you're both still terrified to speak out loud. 3 signs. And if you recognized all 3, if a specific woman popped into your head while you were listening to each one, then I want you to sit with one question before you close this video. What would actually happen if one of you finally said something, not some grand movie-style declaration, not a perfectly rehearsed speech, just a simple, honest, terrifying sentence that finally puts words to what you've both been dancing around for way too long? Most of the time, nothing bad happens. Most of the time, when two people have been quietly, carefully loving each other from a safe distance, that confession doesn't end anything. It starts something. Drop A in the comments if a specific person came to mind while you were watching this, or just say, yes, I read every single one. And if this video gave you something real today, something that made a confusing situation suddenly feel way clearer, please subscribe to Heart Whisper and turn on that notification bell. Every week, I bring you psychology about love connection and all the things people feel but struggle to say out loud. Next video is already on the way, and I have a feeling it might be exactly what you need to hear after this one. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you there.